Hello and welcome to the Downtown Report. This week I'm going to do something a little different. Did a little research into the regional jobs market, and as expected, Clark County is kind of dominating. We're doing much better than the rest of the Portland, Vancouver metro area as far as generating jobs, employment growth, and all of that. The whole region is softening up a little bit, including us, but we're definitely leading the pack. There are a few people alive today that can remember when Vancouver was independent of Portland. We're starting to see some signs that we might be heading in that direction, not in a negative way. I did an article for Urban Living in the Couv, which dropped yesterday. I'll put a link in the description. Vancouver, prior to the Interstate Highway, which was completed locally in 1958 with the second span of the Interstate Bridge, prior to that, Vancouver was in its own orbit. It basically had its own suburbs. It was not a suburb of Portland by any definable metric. It was its own city with its own port, its own industrial area, and importing workers from outside the area, including importing workers from the former city of Vanport and from North Portland. At the height of World War II, there were more than 60,000 people working jobs along Vancouver's waterfront from Columbia Shores all the way out to Terminal 5. Most of Portland's suburbs were built out in the 1950s and 60s out to Gresham, out to Beaverton, out to Tigard, down to Clackamas County. Vancouver was building suburbs for its own people that were looking to get out of the cities. That was the whole trend in the post-war era was, hey, get out of the city and move out to these cool little neighborhoods with cul-de-sacs and little houses and get your American dream. And Vancouver started to slide into a bedroom community status. They kept building suburbs in Vancouver, but now people were commuting from Vancouver into jobs in Portland. And that kind of is where we got this sort of label as suburb of Portland. But Vancouver is bringing jobs, good paying jobs, industrial jobs and jobs in the healthcare industry, semiconductor business, all of that. And people are starting to come and work jobs again in Vancouver from Portland. So we're returning a little bit to our old roots. We're becoming more of an independent city, relying less on Portland for jobs. Vancouver is really no longer a suburb. It simply does not meet that definition anymore. The metrics have changed back to the way they were, and we have become our own regional job center. That's all I've got this week. I hope you found this interesting. By the way, if you're interested in condos in downtown Vancouver, I've got a comprehensive report. Take a look at the link right below here, and you'll find out all about the 6 major condominium developments in downtown Vancouver. We'll see you next week right here on the Downtown Report.